What's up, Galaxy Girls? So, my homegirl Ayana is back in my chair once again. Y'all, not only does she get a brand new wig every time she gets her hair done, but she gets her makeup done too. What is going on, YouTube? It's your girl Easy Breezy, and I'm back with yet another hair tutorial for you guys. So sponsoring this video, we have Asteria Hair, and they sent us this 26-inch water wave unit. Now listen, the thing that separates this unit from literally every other unit on my channel is how good they pre-customized this lace. Y'all, when I tell you they take the phrase pre-customized to a whole new level, back when I was getting wigs in 2018, they was not looking like this. Okay, like the knots were not this bleached and the hairline was not this plucked. So not only that, but it comes with a thick band on the inside so it can fit nice and snug and it won't slip or slide off. So like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, every time Ayana comes to get her hair done, she gets a brand new wig and she gets her makeup done. And it's funny because I literally try to make her save money by reminding her, like, girl, you know you can reuse your wigs, right? Because she definitely has probably like 15 wigs at home right now. I'm like, girl, how come you don't reuse your wigs? She's like, no, I like the fresh look. I'm like, I can make it look fresh, but she just wants to do her own thing and she gets a new wig every time. And honey, we be slaying it every single time, okay? I'm not gonna lie. All right, so now I'm done with the makeup and it looks so cute on her. Now we're gonna get to this install. Now my girl is about to go on vacation. She's going to Mexico, so I really want to make sure this wig is on there. Okay, she reminded me to do 3 coats of glue on her, and I was gonna do that anyway because I do that on all my clients. And the glue that I'm using right now is the crazy glue from galaxygirlhair.com. It's going to be on the website very soon, so stay tuned. And when I tell you guys, this glue dries completely clear. It dries completely clear. All right, y'all, so as I finish this install, let's go ahead and get into a shop talk, because something happened to me this summer that was so irritating. I gotta tell y'all. So once again, you already know this is shop talk. Whatever happens in the shop stays in the shop. So basically, I reconnected with a guy that I went to high school with. Now, the time we were going to school with each other, we didn't have the same classes. So I never actually met him in person until 12 years later, which is recently. So, you know, now that we're both more grown, we're both more mature, you know, we both getting money, you know, we're both just on our grown swag. It was a different vibe. And when we saw each other, it was kind of just like a instant attraction. So we ended up going on a date, right? So he took me to a really nice restaurant and I had a lot of fun, but now that I think about it, I think he showed the very first red flag when we were at the table. So I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was like a slight innuendo about how I was eating. So he said something like, oh, you must be really hungry, or you like that food, huh? It was like something like that. And at the time, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit embarrassed, but I literally did not eat that whole day just to save room for the date. So if I was eating like I was hungry, I probably was. But at that time, I laughed it off and I just swept it under the rug. So after we were done eating, he was explaining how he knew this really nice lounge in Midtown and that we should go. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we're on the way to this lounge, and this is when the second red flag popped up, y'all. So as we were trying to park, there's this service worker in the parking lot that is taking people's money and, you know, telling people where to park. And he basically was like rude to the guy in the parking lot. And one thing that I do not like is people who are rude to waitresses and service workers. Like, it's just very unnecessary and just very uncalled for, you know? So yeah, that was strike 2. So strike 3 was after we found a parking spot, we both got out the car to walk into the lounge, and he gave me this super sexual compliment about how I looked in my dress. And I know it was supposed to be a compliment, and I know we were on a date, but it was so sexual, it was like literally weird. So I'm like, okay, whatever. He thinks I'm fine, whatever, he's a man. So we go in the lounge and it's lit. It's like a nice little rooftop party. We're having drinks and we're dancing, and it's actually really fun. So as we're on the dance floor, tell me why this guy says, "I have something to tell you." Now, earlier, he casually told me that he had a daughter, right? So in this moment, he goes, "I have something to tell you." I'm like, "What?" He says, "Don't be mad at me, but I have another kid." I'm like, "Okay." And he's like, "Yeah, I have another son." And in my head, I'm like, why is he embarrassed to say that he has another kid? Like, that's okay. It was just super weird and super toxic that you were trying to hide your kid. Like, why are you trying to hide your kid? Like, what the heck? So, I don't know. Let me know in the comments, you guys. Have you ever dated a guy that tried to keep his kids a secret? Or was he just ashamed about how many kids he had? So before I see this guy again, please let me know in the comments if you think it is a complete waste of time and if he sounds toxic. Okay? Because even though we had so much fun and we had so much chemistry, those were some pretty crazy red flags. All right, y'all. So this is the final result, and this wig is just as soft and thick as it looks on camera. Once again, thank you so much, Asteria Hair, for sponsoring this video. This is their 26-inch water wave wig. The lace is a 13x6, and it's a 250% density. When I say thick, honey, it's thick, okay? So if you are not subscribed to my channel already, make sure you go ahead and do that. Turn on your notifications, and if you want this exact unit, I'm going to put all the information in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see y'all later.